Hello, what an exciting time we're at with the renovation of our marine lake. At last we're really sure that the renovation is going to happen this summer. The contractor is appointed, and at the end of March, on the 30th, Mike Mayhew, our warden, will be opening the sluice over there and flushing the water out of the lake so that Towans, our regular mud contractor, can come in and shovel the mud over the wall. So the lake is clean and ready for the main contractor to come in and repair the lake. What's going to happen is, first of all, there'll be a new inner wall of poured concrete built inside the existing wall and bonded to it. This will both waterproof the wall and stabilise it for another 50 years. So at the same time they're going to put in a new bigger sluice alongside the existing sluice so that we can empty the lake in a single tide. This will make it possible to It'll make it much easier to look after the lake, because we'll be able to flush it out several times a year to get rid of the mud. And also, if anything goes wrong with one sluice, we can drop the lake level and repair it. At the moment we have some problems with only a single sluice. If you look over there, you can see the remains of the old clubhouse up and down. That's going to be smoothed out so there's a level promenade all the way out to the pump house. The whole promenade will be given a new topping of several inches of concrete, which should resist the sea much better than the current finish, and it'll be flat all the way round from the far end there round to the pump house. From the steps there will be a new ramp, for wheelchairs and buggies and prams and people who don't like walking up steps, so that there's ramp access both ends of the lake, which will make it a lot pleasanter for mums with pushchairs, people who are disabled and so forth. They'll be able to come along the lower promenade and get out the other end. At the far end of the lake, where at the moment we have a paddling pool which is always full of stones and rubbish and not very useful, we're going to reshape that end, fill in the paddling pool, and it'll be all a smooth concrete slope extending from the end of the current ramp round and down to the water. So it'll be a wide area for storing launching trolleys, and also a freshwater paddling pool for little ones with some fixed seating round it so parents and grandparents can sit and supervise them. The freshwater will be very shallow and clean and safe for the little ones to use. Now down here, we haven't forgotten the swimmers. We're going to reinstate the pontoon in the middle of the water. It will in fact be an island built up from the bottom, and this will be about 50 yards out from the side to give swimmers somewhere to aim for and somewhere to sit on, dive off, play around on, and I think that will be much appreciated. Now, where do we go next? Well, in September, when we get the lake back, we'll be trying to recreate some of the atmosphere of that we used to have round the lake. We'll have some rowing boats for hire, maybe paddle boats. We'll have little tents for changing alongside the promenade, and we'll generally try and get a bit more pizzazz back into the lake. All we require is sunshine and people to make it work. moving on from there, not part of this project, but something we really want to do, is to build a small changing room for schools and clubs and regular users of the lake on the little terraces at that end. That would have showers and toilets as well as changing areas, and would make the lake much more usable for groups. Also at the other end, a rather longer term wish is to put a new launching ramp into the sea from the new sloping terrace at the far end. This will relieve some of the pressure on the sailing club launching ramp at the far end of the promenade, and provide somewhere for the general public to put their boats into the sea. Where that will take a few years to organise, because of course this is a site of special scientific interest and a Ramsar site and everything else. The Bristol Channel is important, so we'll have to do assessments to verify that putting a ramp in there is not a problem. However, watch this space. We hope to do this certainly within the next 10 years. So there we have it, our lake shining and blue in the sunshine, and come September it will be good as new for another 50 years, just ready for everyone to enjoy.